we're going to have to start playing Name That Tune on these openings. Well, a hearty hello and good day to all you fine people out there on the interwebs. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and today we're getting a little bit kinky with some Kinkys pay dirt from Creed at Nine Finger Mining up in Alaska. So, without further ado, let us turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, this table, and check out how kinky this is going to be. Well, all right. Let's take a look at this. This is, like I said, it's upside down now, a bottle of Kinky pay dirt, 1 gram, from Nine Finger Mining up in Alaska. And this is the first time I think any of this has been done on YouTube. I'd spoken to Creed on a link we had, and he mentioned that nobody's done his Kinky gold. So I was like, well, man, send me a vial and I'll do one. I've done the double black diamond. I've done the black poison from Flower Gold Wizards. And like I said, the double black diamond from Gold Nugget Sales. And then, of course, Mike Vendetta's Caliche Quartzite Super Fine. So I've got a little experience getting this stuff out. So we're going to see how tough it really is. So this vial goes for $90 for a 1 gram vial. It's postage paid. And of course, I don't count postage on my ROIs on this. So I take off, actually it was $9.20 was the actual postage price on this. So I take off $9. That leaves us $81 for the gold cost on this. So I ordered it on November 12th, and I had it on Monday, and I had it on Friday in my mailbox at the house. And it came in the bubble wrap package in good shape, in the, like you already saw, the priority mail box. But he also included in it some really cool stuff here. So let's check out. First of all, he sent me some of his very cool YouTube. His why am I getting not a good look off of this one? So his Nine Finger Mining stickers, which that's a cool one with the state. And then, of course, we've got the Nine Finger Mining Diablo, his pup, who likes to do the circus tricks by bouncing on the bucket. He sent me some of his 907s, which is, as I understand, that's his area code for and another, sent me a couple of those other stickers, the 907s. Let's see if we can get this lined up a little better here. And on top of that, besides that, like I said, he sent me a variety of different colors of the 907s. Then he sent me some of his Nine Finger Mine. Oh, there's the green. Then he sent me some of his Nine Finger Minings NFMs. I got the big Diablo, the big Kinky. Which these are all, you peel them off and they show up behind the glass, of course. So there's the Kinky. A nice red Nine Finger Mining. A nice black Nine Finger Mining. All these were in the box. And then something that very surprising and very cool that I got in, which I don't know how he thought I would like this, but I don't know if y'all can make that out. But yeah, that is a Dennis the Menace kind of looking individual, unless you look close at the hairdo and the nice capture on the facial features there to face that. But yeah, that's he sent me a couple of those to go on. So like I said, I don't know how, I can't imagine how he thought I would like that, but we're gonna toast him with our, actually that's a 308 instead of a 45, but it's our Trump 45 with the signature glass with a little libation in there. just because we're setting the tone here for this one. So, thank you so much, Creed. Like I said, I really like that. I got 2 different vehicles that I'm gonna save one and put one on them. Haven't decided which one, but I really like that. Very, very creative, as well as all our other cool stickers and labels. So y'all can go on his site on YouTube on his Gmail, 9 Finger Mining, and get all of his T-shirts. He had sent me a contact with the prices on his. It seems like this stuff goes for $35, $50, and $90 for a quarter gram, half gram, and full gram sizes, or thereabouts. I could not find. I lost for some reason it erased the text off my phone, off my Gmail at least. I can't find out where it was sent anymore. Other messages are in there, but I can't find the one he sent me on that. So, but yeah, he'd contact. Oh yeah, and then there's, like I said, he sent me a couple of the Diablo stickers. That's another one. So, but yeah, whenever I said that, I sent him a text back and asked him how much it was, and told him I didn't have any. I need to go down and put some money in the bank, and I would get it taken care of. And he's like, man, I'm going out of town on Monday. You're good for it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll go ahead and have it in the mail and get it paid for when you can, which was very, very cool. I've done a little business with him before in the past, and we go back and forth a lot on the chats and the comments. But that was just a really cool thing to do, and I had him taken care of by Sunday before he sent it out, just to, because like I said, I just had to run up to the bank, put a little more cash in. So he had it out on Monday before he went on his trip, and had it in my door on Friday. So this is going to be, like I said, there is a gram of gold in this, and to be that small of a vial, you cannot see a speck of gold showing up in here. So we're talking some pretty small, fine stuff. That's going to just even if you look how that dirt moves as it rolls around in there. I mean, it's and you can see the black showing up in there. But like I said, you normally, for a gram in this size vial, you should be able to tap it down and see a little bit of gold showing up at the bottom there or something. But no, it's tiny and it's in there. So he's got it taped up. Got the vial taped up for us. So we're going to. I'm sorry again. You got construction going on around here all the time. They're rebuilding the fence now on the other side of me. So let's get some water set up, get this vial opened up, and see what we got going on here. So, all right, I guess the first question on this would be, how much of that is magnetics? And I'm guessing that it's probably going to be, as you can see there, a lot. Even through the plastic holder on the magnet, it's still holding the vial. So yeah, there you go. There is some heavy magnetics in this. It's a toughie, and I don't know. I don't think it works that way, but my partner in crime there, John R. Prospecting, has a bottle of this. I'm not sure. I think he's got the half gram size, but he was trying to go through some of it. And he's saying, I think Creed's shaved down a nugget with a file, because there's no way gold can just be this fine. And I'm saying I don't think gold. I think in its malleable state that it is, it would not file and form shavings like that. I think it's just. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe he's working this some extra hard stuff out of with a special technique. But I'm thinking it's probably just super fine. Let me look better on the pan here. We'll shangle some out and see what some of this stuff in this little vial looks like here. And you can see it's really fine. And again, no gold showing up in it. So we are going to be taking this stuff down just a hair at a time. And actually, that's probably more than I should have in that pan to get started. But we'll keep our bottle capped to keep from spilling. We got the pan set up over here. Dingy Doris is running beside us with the big Garrett sluice filled up just in case. We need some backup on this. I don't know if we would, but since y'all saw my picture was disintegrated in the last video, I haven't replaced it yet. I do have my squirt bottle temporarily working. I used some, of course, the new replacement for all duct tape is now Gorilla Tape. So I taped up the Gorilla Tape where you can see, like on this one, where it's just slitting and breaking and crumbling away. So it's going to give me a little more use out of it for a while for what I need. Of course, we've already got our jet dry in that bottle. We're going to add a bunch of jet dry, or our rinse aid at least, in this stuff, because that's all we're going to have, is stuff that's going to want to float away on us. And I don't know how compelling this video is going to be as far as gold retrieval, because look at that, look at all that black that's showing up in there. Because I think this is going to be stuff that you're going to have to recover the gold from as you see it. So I don't think we're going to have a big reveal until we get to the end of the snuffer dump. But you can see there's organics. There's a lot of organics in this little bottle. And yeah, it's going to be even washing out like that. I'm concerned about carrying that flour of super fine gold out with it. So we're just going to want to be moving the biggest chunks of material, the biggest in that sand. That'll let it carry out as easy as we can before we flip it around and start doing our wash on this. And I'm already think I'm seeing little bits of gold collecting on that first riffle. It should be held down in the bottom of the pan, really, with the even the super fine flour gold. It should be held down there with the black sands in the bottom of the pan, but we're gonna see. We know we got to get at least a gram of gold out of here to know we did, you know, not to miss any. So just gonna be real, like I said, we're gonna go real easy on it, but you can see that stuff is very, very fine. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of blonde sand coming out around it, but it's mostly that black stuff right underneath. I'm not seeing. This may be something where I still got daylight on me today. I tried to start this early enough to be able to move out into the sun to work it if I need to, because I expected I was going to need to do that. Because like I said, you can see that band keeps staying right there on the top edge. when you stratify it back down, but even if you do that, you can still see there's that little maybe, well, you can't when I got the glare there, but you can see that little fuzzy gold line right there showing up. That's where it's still clinging to the pan. So like I said, I should probably be thinking about sucking this stuff up now here, but let's see if we can knock all that back up into the front and see what we can reveal. That's still a lot of black sand that's on there to be trickling away, so But like I said, when it stuffs this fine, it will want to hold the pan and cluster up like bigger gold does, but it also, man, it has a tendency to flow out too, just because it takes such little effort to move it. So I think I've got too much. And then the other thing, like a lot of times when you got material building up in the bottom of the pan, you can go ahead and rinse that out of your way. But with this kind of stuff, you don't have the luxury of doing that, because there's more than likely going to still be fine gold that you're washing down every time you do this. And you're going to come up short if you rinse out that material instead of going through it a few times in your pan before you move on to the next batch. But yeah, I definitely put too much in to start out on this one, so it's going to take me a little while. I'm going to work this down, but y'all can see what I'm dealing with here. So that's what's going to be, is use the old rocking, and like I said, someone was telling me use the shake method when you get it down to a certain point as well, like the tables that they use, I think, is kind of what that's supposed to be mimicking. But I mean, I don't know if that's gold or not, but it looks like there's some golden material showing up on the edge of the bottom part of here too. So it's like I said, we're gonna kick it off here and I'll be back. All right, well, this is the bottom of that first batch, and I can tell you there's at least twice that much that's still washed down into this from when I tried to clean it. So like I said, I put way too much in there to start with, and this stuff is just ultra fine. I know Mike at M&M had texted me, sent me a message after the double black diamond saying wait till you find get into the talc. And I don't know how much of that was talc that was in that double black diamond, because it was quite a bit of super fine stuff in that. But this is I think we're in the talc with this stuff for sure. So yeah, I should have had about half of that much in here to do this. So there's like I said, there's no doubt that I have at least as much as I just took out still in this pan. And you can see right there as I start washing over, just swirling it, you can see that gold starting to pop out along that edge. So like I said, I did that just to show that first pan and to show a cluster. From now on, I'm going to be sucking this stuff out just like that as it comes up, and just pull it off the edge with as little bit of black sand as I can in with it. But yeah, this is going to be a long-term vial here to get this stuff out. So I've moved over into I've set up over in the sun over there for the time being. I'm going to be chasing it around. There's my little sidekick. He wasn't behind me today, but he's beside me. But yeah, so this is going to be this is a challenge for sure, man. It's a toughie. Well, I have to say, holy guacamole. That's been an hour just to get that first bit out of this pan. And I've got a ton of black sand caught up in that. Might be able to, yeah, you can see there where it's the magnet's pulling it around inside there. So I might be able to clean it out somewhat before but even then, whenever you pull that black sand out of the way there, you can still see there's a lot of non-magnetics in the bottom of it there too that's staying. So yeah, the clean out's going to be, because like I said, for every bit of super fine powder gold I'm taking out of there, I'm taking out about an equal amount of sand next to it, trying to work it down. So this time we're just going to go with maybe that much. That much dirt to work through and see how that works out, because damn, it tasks me. It tasks me, and I shall have it. So, all right, let's see what I can do with this. And just to show you here, I went through, I took all the wash from that first pan that I did, where I rinsed it, when I was panning it out, and you can see right there, that is the fine gold that washed out with that material that, you know, even though I was just barely working it out and trying to get the blonde sand out, that carried it out with it. So it's yeah, it flows out even with your jet dry and trying to call out the little bit of stuff. But yeah, that was just the blonde sand that I washed out of that first pan when we started this, that carried out gold with it. So I think that's there was, like I said, you can see right there as I swirl it, there's another little bit of fine stuff that exposes when you rinse it around, that as it holds onto the pan, you go through and you suck it out. But yeah, that's quite a bit of gold that went out with that wash, considering how like there, right up there at the top, you can see right there, that's another bit. So yeah, man, this stuff's tough. Well, all right, I've been at this for about over 5.5 hours, I guess. I'm down to that much left of our Kinkys, and that's all I've been doing at a time. It's just that much, and working it through. This stuff is actually, you can see there's some dust in the bottle, so I guess we better rinse this out so we leave nothing behind. This stuff is a different animal for sure. It is some. I'm in the pitch black out here now, so I've got my I had to charge up the phone, have a safety meeting, and get my 18 volt out here. So, but yeah, that's all I've been doing. Is, like I said, there's been no panning to this. It's just strictly dump some out, go through it, rock it out, and try to recover what I can get to show up. Like I initially start out just like that, and you can see where it's already, and this is the end of the bottle, so it should be a little more concentrated in this batch. But I skirt the edges like that, try to wing it around and see as much as I can get exposed, because trying to rock it back and forth and clean it like you normally would fine gold, it doesn't work. You cannot keep it tapped up enough without getting the black tapped up there with it. See, all this, which shows up actually pretty good with my spotlight on it here in the phone. That is all super fine flour gold that just washes down as you try to wash the material out. Excuse me. Getting choked up on this. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, is working it down like that. Trying to get as much as I can in the clusters, and then just start repeating that process over and again. And like I said, you can see in this light pretty good how it shows up. All that's gold dust around the edges of the material, so you get it knocked where it's, and see, if you try to rinse it down to clear it out some, most of it carries away. All right, let's dump this out and see what we get. Like I said, you can see there's enough magnetics in this that this bottle is actually holding on to the magnet pretty, I don't even have to hang on to it, it's hanging on to it. So we are going to try dumping out first without our magnets. I mean, with our magnet holding in our magnetics. Try wiping that through a couple of times. See if it'll help us call out some of this god-awful you can see there's a lot of it sticking to the sides of the bottle. I'm not sure if that's going to help much or not. Let's see what we look like in our pan here. It looks like there's a lot still stuck in the bottle, I would say, from what I can see of this. I can't hardly really tell that there's anything other than black and blonde sand in here, because none of it very much resembles gold. And the way it all moves. So yeah, let's see, where did our bottle go? I think we're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it with the black sand and all, and the but yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. I was expecting it to look more gold. To me, it looks like I got nothing but a bunch of blonde sand with some magnetite mixed in with it. So I don't know what this is going to entail to get this stuff cleaned out. And there you can see how much of that is magnetic. Leaves a lot of just regular black sand in there to clean out of the hematite rather than magnetite. But as you can see, when you try to, like, normally you'd wash it around like that and you'd get a little break in your material along the edge, and then you would tap that gold up there out of the sand and have a chance to pick it up clean. But you can see whenever you try to do that with this stuff, the sand just moves right up there with it, and there's no There's really no separating it out hardly. You're going to always end up with a bunch of black sand back in it when you as you're trying to clean it out. So, yeah, like I said, this is going to be a toughie getting this stuff. But that's a better look at it. It does that in that camera light, that looks like a lot liquid gold there. And this one's just too bright. It overpowers it. My spot does. But yeah, so there's a pretty good that's a pretty good example of what we're dealing with there. And it is the super ultra fine of the ultra fine. And I just don't know. It made it take a lot of that stuff to add up to a gram. You think I'm close? Once I get the black sand out, it's not. You can't be leaving the black sand in to make the weight up. So I gotta have it cleaned, and just getting that out. So like right there, I'm about to snuffer up that, because that's a pretty good example of some really clean, no black sand in that. And just keep working it out. So, all right. Well, we're in day 2 now on this Kinkys. That's after my first clean out, snuffer dump, and about 3 hours of cleaning. That's what I still have, which is to go back through again. So, yeah, this shit stopped being fun about 2 hours into it last night. And I'm getting to the point where I really don't even care, because it's just such a drudgery of going back over it again. I even use I've got the magnet here trapping my magnetics that are still in this vial that I'm going to pour out separately in another pan and try to reduce it down some more. But I mean, it's just absurd. This is not just like for people who enjoy fine gold, small gold, the challenge, that kind of thing. I mean, like the way I loved the Miner's Depot with the small gold in it, or Vendettas, that's recoverable. This stuff is like I would say for the beyond expert panner, because it wasn't that. I mean, it was challenging getting it out of the material initially. It took about 6 hours, but at least you were working through something there. When you're just going back through it over and over and over again and swirling it and then sucking up what little bit of micro stuff shows up. I was here last night, and like I said, at 10 o'clock, I'm realizing, man, I've been standing here for over 2.5 hours in the same position. Didn't stop. My knee was locking up. Like I said, the joy in this was gone. I just want it over with now. So that's yeah, it is a different kind of stuff. So it is specifically for a very specific individual that wants to try to get this kind of gold. Otherwise, you're not gonna get half of what's in here, and you're probably gonna hate trying to get it out if it's not something you just. And I mean, if you have a life where you don't want to spend 10-12 hours trying to get a gram of gold out of something, then this is not the stuff for you. And like I said, I'm glad I tried it. But no, I'm not finding this enjoyable at all anymore after this point, where I'm just going back over it again and again and again, still trying to get it. One time the snuffer bottle clean out over 3 hours, and it'll probably be at least another 3 hours of trying to get through this stuff again, speck by speck by speck, and most of it's weightless. It's always weightless, so it's like you're picking up nothing all the time. So. And looking at it, I'm guessing that I'm probably not going to have my gram out of this recovered, because it's See that, just that right there, that's the cleanest that this stuff's been yet. So I'm going to suck that out and try to work down, but still going to have to go back through because I'm sure the wet magnetics here have trapped some in there, but yeah. Well, it's been about another 3 hours since I went through the first snuffer dump and the magnetics that I held out of it. On this one you can see actually more, not just black sand, but actually gold showing up in that. But we've still got a lot of it still. I mean, you pick up some, you pick up black sand with it every time once you get the bulk out of the way. And then when you go to clear the tube to squirt it out, half the time you squirt another wad of gold back out because it's clinging to the inside of the tube, just like you can see it's clinging inside there right now. So it's just like it's self-defeating as you keep trying to suck it out and then blow the tube out, and doing it without dumping a ton of bubbles back in to not be able to see through it. And man, it's just yeah. So this is the second snuffer dump. Oh, and then you also got to do it because hey, you can see there, it hangs up on the side of the pan. So you've got to physically scrape it, suck it off of the side of the pan as well. And I guess I should add on here while I'm doing this part that the only way I've been getting through this stuff, getting down to what I need on it, is I've been doing the shake method where you kind of tilt your pan. You get it tapped up in, and then you kind of tilt. You keep your pan where the water is level across it, but where it's slightly elevated back, sitting back like that. And then you do like you're trying to emulate the shaker table, and shake that dark stuff down, and you can see like that how that fine stuff appears. And but you do that, then you suck it up, and then you go back through and you do it again, and you suck it up, and you just keep repeating that ad nauseum 500 times. I guess I've probably done that now or more, over and over and over, and I am so fucking sick of it. I can't stress that enough. I am totally over this shit. So anybody that buys this stuff, this kinky stuff, it is strictly for, like I said, the extreme fine gold expert. And I should have pulled the metallics out of it when I started. I knew it was going to be super fine gold, but like I said, we were wanting to get the full feel of this stuff. I usually do. Usually I'll do, if it's something I haven't done before, I'll either do all of it with the magnetics in, or I'll do about half of the material and then go through and take out the rest. And once this stuff was wet, it's holding the gold in the metallic magnetics. And I was like I said, I could have pulled some out of the bottle. I looked at it, but I left it in because it wasn't that much. There's not that much in not much of a bottle. It shouldn't be in. I didn't think it was going to be that much of an issue, but yeah, this stuff answers the question: how much of nothing does it take to add up to something? Because when you're doing this, you're only going for the suggestion of gold. You're not picking up. You're not sucking up gold. You're picking up the suggestion of gold most of the time, trying to get this stuff cleaned out as you're going through those wisps. I mean, like that. I got the bulk of that out real quick because this is my second snuffer dump. But to get through the rest of this stuff now, Like I said, it's you do the shake, try to tap it up. And the problem is to move, you got to tap hard enough to get that gold to move. All the wash material goes up there with it because it's all fine too. So, but there's no swirling or panning it down or rocking it back and forth to get your stuff out, because you can do that, but you're going to be carrying a ton of gold down there with it that you're going to still have to go back through and fight out. So, yeah, man. But I just wanted to show that this is it's been over 24 hours since I started this. I was back out in the yard in the sun working it. Now the sun has gone down again, and I'm a little bit closer to having this done, but I'm pretty sure that this is not going to equal up to a gram. But again, we'll see, because that is the question of how much of, because I'm saying everything you suck up is pretty much weightless until it all adds up together. Like all that right there, I bet would not even register on a scale at all as a thousandth or a hundredth on a three. I always call them thousands, but on a 4-digit scale, it's a hundredth. But so okay, well, that's it. Just an update on the hell it is the Kinkys, and I figured out why it's called kinky. It's not for why you think. It's because now I got a kink in my damn neck. I got a kink in my wrist. I got a kink in my knee from standing here for hours last night one place. Probably gonna have a kink in my back before it's over. So yeah, that's like I said, I don't know if you had a sluice. I don't imagine a sluice would do anything on this stuff. You probably have to have the blue bowl. Maybe try that blue bowl, or I don't know what system you could use to get gold this fine out, other than mercury and processing it out, which I'm sure that's how this stuff is retrieved. That's why, that's what they say. 95% of the gold in the world is microscopic, even smaller than this, that comes out of gold ore. That's why placer gold and gold nuggets and pieces of gold like we get in our pay dirts are actually premium gold, because all of it's rare in relationship to the bulk of what gold is that is processed in the world today. So, but all right, well, I wasn't planning on showing this right now, but I got it in the pan finally after I had to hand scrape the drying pan out with my finger. It would not, you can just see it's just packed in there. Fine beige. I mean, it's not shiny. It doesn't even look like gold, so it looks more like blonde sand. But as you can see, I've only got 5.57 out of a gram, and a lot of that is still black sand that's in there that you can see when it kicks down there. So probably at least a tenth of that. So there's still 0.6 of a gram somewhere lost in that pile. Well, I'm still here on the ongoing battle with the Kinkys, and like I said, this is what I had shown the last segment here with what I had recovered, that I'd weighed out the less than half a gram of actual gold in there because it's black sand. What I have here is what I recovered just now. When I came out here, I've been letting this dry. I was going to pull my magnetics out of this and start, but whenever I let it dry up and tapped it down, I noticed the same beige powder clinging to the pan as it looked like in my scale, in my bowl. And as you can see, whenever you scrape it up, again, this stuff does not look like gold. There's no gold tone to it. There's no shine to it. It's just a dull beige powder. but you can see the way as you just basically dry pan this stuff out, and it's clinging to the bottom of the pan just like it was, just like the gold was. So I started thinking maybe all this is that gold I could not recover out of this stuff. And so I've been scraping it up, and I'm about to go through and try to see if I can pan this out. I was going to go ahead and post the video with what I had, but I just don't like, you know, not succeeding in my gold search. So I was going to at least try to take the magnetics out, let it dry good, take the magnetics out, and see what I could have left to try to pan through. But once it was dry, and like you saw there, whenever you shake it down, this stuff still clings to the pan just like it was doing, just like it does wet, or when I was trying to scrape out the drying pan when I dried this stuff up. And literally I had to scrape it out with my finger because it was sticking so bad to the pan. So I was thinking this looked like it was the same kind of stuff. It looks like it's the same color stuff. So I think I just took this in and weighed it. This is 0.8 of a gram. So if you take out, you know, between the black sand that's in this, and again, you can't really see. This looks a little bit less beige than this, but they're pretty close to the same. So I'm pretty sure that is my gold in that pan there. So incredibly, after all. After I don't know, 15 hours or more of going through this stuff, trying to recover it, letting it dry and just scraping the dust off the bottom of the pan seems to be the most effective way to get this shit out and recover it. So, and you can see there, once I scrape it up, even there, it looks like there's nothing there. It scrapes up to another little pile every time. So I think that is the key to this. All right, we are back in here once again at the scale. I have gone through what I cleaned out. I've got it dried up. Let's see. I mean, it does not resemble gold at all. It does not look gold. It looks like dirt. It looks like sand. Very beige, very bland. You would not recognize it as being gold if you did not. The only way I'm trusting that it is gold is from the way it moved in the pan as I was trying to get the other crap away from it. And brushes don't work. The only way to move this stuff around is to. You can see, I mean, the static, it sticks to everything. You have to basically use your finger, and of course it gets into your fingerprint, and you've got to wipe it down like this. And you can't tell, but I'm pushing hard on this to get this broken free from the pan, because it's so fine. It stays even on this little non-stick pan. It sticks. So nightmare stuff. This as I was doing it, I ended up having to. I would take my snuffer bottle when I'd snuffer it up. When you'd squirt out the bottle to reload it, this stuff, even with tons of jet dry, stays suspended in the water even. So it would be floating on. It'd be floating on the surface as well as you could see it out there. And when I was doing this last bit in the sun, redoing this today, you could clearly see that it was suspended in the water, in the paint. Look at that. See, I mean, you can see how hard it is to get this stuff to even push down to get it out of this. And like I said, if you did not know, you would not think you had any gold at all, other than reading the motion of this stuff, this material. the way it would move when you were trying to clean it out. And like I said, it is not made for your normal prospector, bail box prospector. So let's see what I've come down to now. But, you know, this is as cleaned out as it's going to get, and this is all that I'm going to get out of there, because I'm not going through what I have in the remains again, because I already know. So, well, we're considerably closer this round. As you can see right there, I'm at 0.86. So I'm 0.14 tenths short of my gram recovery of this. And like I said, it does not look anything like gold at all. Well, all right, I went through the number. As you can see, it still has gold that's stuck in there in this pan. That's, of course, it's weightless, but that's, I mean, the more I could keep doing this over and over again and keep pulling out more and more off of the pores of this pan. So you can imagine what it's like when you're using a regular panning pan, one of the green pans with where you've got it nice and seasoned, and that stuff's just, you know, like I said, I think I wore down the end of my snuffer bottle tube, scraping it on the bottom of the pan so much. But so with what I got back out of here, and I put my stuff back in the vial there, you can see that's the same amount that I started with in the vial. I never took any of the black sand out, the magnetics. But the day I bought this, gold was going for $18.48.79 an ounce. Today it's dropped down to $17.96 an ounce, so it's gone down. The gold value for that on the day I purchased it, I've got $50.52 worth of gold here. If I mean that's I assume it's gold. It moved like it is. It doesn't look like it, but by today's value, it's only $48.94. But on the date, I go by the date that I purchased it, what the gold value was of it. So that's still that's a 62% ROI with what I got out of it. Like I said, it sells for $90, shipping included. I don't count shipping, so that comes out to $81 for a gram. So you're already not going to get, you know, the best ROI on it at that, you know, because you're paying basically a $20 premium on getting it. That being said, I mean, it was no doubt the hardest pay dirt I have ever done in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, I'm my buddy Jim and Jeff. This is something for you, brother. You want an ultimate challenge? Get you a gram of this stuff from Creed, and I would be more than interested to see how you come out with this, because like I said, holy cow, it was a toughie. And of course, we've got our very cool stickers and stuff I got from them. So again, thank you so much for that, Creed. I love that. It's great. Let's put it under. You know, we always got to try to do a zoom in and see the details of what we get. And this stuff is so fine that there is no detail to really be had. It's like I said, when you see it moving, I mean, you can tell. I mean, it is gold. I was being facetious when I was talking about it being gold, because it just looks so ungold like as far as in its color and its the nature of it. But you can see as it's moving through there, that super fine stuff. I was hoping I could maybe get a zoom in detail of some of the fragments of it, but they're so tiny that yeah, there's really not much to be able to pick up on it, other than just the extreme extreme tininess of it. But you can see the way it moves through. It moves like other fine gold, you know, larger fine gold that I've done, where it's, you know, like I said, it's it's crazy shit here. So think hard before you get into this and want to try to test your luck in the what is that, a little piece of fuzz on the end of my thing. Looks like a giant string. But so yeah, it's like I said, for our zoom in, not the usual close up detail like we get off of our nuggets and our pieces like that. But I mean, you can see that there's I've got it down to where there is literally no black sand in it. So I've got it. I mean, it's clean. This is clean stuff. There's a little bit, of course, that's in there because I just there's some kind of little black something right there that should not be in there. But yeah, so just wow. It's a different kind of thing, and I just don't understand why it doesn't look like gold though. Why it doesn't have that gold shine for this stuff. You know, Creed, let me know, where do you get this? Where do you even get gold like this? Like I said, my buddy Judar Prospect thinks he was filing down nuggets. And I don't think it works like that. I don't think you could file down a nugget and end up with gold, fine gold like that. So I don't know where he gets it, but I say keep it. No, it's. Yeah, do it like this. Yeah, we piss on it now. But all right, that's the wrap up on that. So let's go. So all right, well, this has been an experience, I must say. I mean, it's been days. I had to look back and see what shirt I was wearing for continuity, just because when I go to edit this thing, I half the time I go by what I'm wearing when I'm trying to match up clips, because I've got so many different clips of shit whenever I put these together. So, I'm thrilled that I got that much out, because I did not think I was going to get that. If I hadn't gone out before I went to work this morning and just checked my dried stuff and moved it around, like I said, I was pretty much done with it. I was not going to try to go back through it again, because I'd already spent so many hours on it. I did not want to deal with it anymore. And but you know, you got to do it. I just can't let something like that go. It's gold. I got to get my gold back. No gold left behind. That's the mantra here. So there's a little gold left behind, but not anything near like what we were looking at the other day. Whenever I mean, y'all could hear the frustration in my voice in the thing, I'm sure, because you know, now that it's sat for a couple of days, you kind of get past the bad part of it, and I want to try again. So, and like I said, I've still got my little. The stuff that's in the vial that's left, there's still 0.15 grams in here. So I don't know. I might send that to my buddy and let him see if he can process out 0.15 grams of gold out of that to see. But or I'll hang on to it as a cautionary tale of don't think you know what you're getting until you get it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of at a loss on this one. It's not the typical video, not the typical gold, and not the typical final for it. So I can tell you this: the Thanksgiving gold that we're going to be doing for Thanksgiving Day, that is going to be 100% the opposite of what this is, and I'm really excited about doing that now. And I think I'm probably not going to be messing with any fine gold for some time now, because I've pretty much had it up to here with the fine gold at this point. And we're gonna go for some chunky stuff and something something different. So, with that being said, thank you, Creed, for providing a hellacious material, and damn you to hell, my friend. I'm just shitting with you. But yeah, seriously though, I think you need to really make it a point to point out what this stuff is, what people are dealing with when they get this, because you know, you might move more of it. People know that it is the ultimate challenge, and the guys that really like processing it out and using the chemicals and using the I don't even know the techniques. I know mercury's involved, or chemicals, other things to extract it. But yeah, so it's not like anything else on the market, and that needs to be said, as far as don't expect to be able to get your gold back. You know, you're getting a gram, but don't expect to get a gram out of it. It's in there, but you just don't expect to get it out. So with that being said, whew, I'm glad this one's behind us. Looking forward to the next one. We've got a couple of days for Thanksgiving, so got some work to do now to get this next video done and out for Thanksgiving night. I hope to see y'all then. Until the next time, then, thank you for joining me on Bayou Gold Guy, the frustrated Bayou Gold Guy here. And till then, peace out, my friends. Be careful.